Hello and welcome. My name is Edgar, your real estate agent from Dubai. Buying property in Dubai is simple if you have cash, but if you need a mortgage, the process can get complicated very fast. Interest rates, loan to value rules, bank fees, insurance, hidden traps. Most buyers don't really understand how it works, and many agents avoid talking about it because it sounds too technical. But if you're serious about investing in Dubai real estate, you need to know the truth. So today I will give you a clear step-by-step guide to mortgages in Dubai with the numbers, the risks, and the strategy that can save you money. Part 1: Mortgages for business owners and self-employed buyers. If you're a business owner, getting a mortgage in Dubai is possible, but the requirements are more strict. Instead of just salary slips, you must show your company's financial statements, audited accounts for the past 2 years, bank statements, and sometimes tax returns from your home country. The banks want to see that your income is stable, not just profit on paper. Loan to value for business owners is usually the same as residents, up to 80% for the first property under 5 million dirhams. But here's the challenge. If your company has an irregular income, the bank may reduce your loan amount. This is why I work with mortgage brokers and bank officers directly to make sure my clients present the strongest financial picture. For business owners, preparation is everything. Part 2: Mortgages for under construction projects. This is one of the most misunderstood topics. Yes, you can get a mortgage for off-plan property, but not from day one. Most banks only finance under construction projects after 60% of the building is complete. This means you must pay the first installments to the developer yourself. Once the construction reaches that stage, the bank will release funds and you can switch the remaining balance to a mortgage. Some banks allow progressive drawdown. That means they release money in stages as the construction goes forward. But remember, banks only work with approved developers and projects. So if you buy in a small unknown project, you may never get a mortgage on it until handover. This is why choosing the right developer is critical. Big names like Imar, Meras, Shoba, and Damak are usually bank approved. Smaller developers are risky for mortgage buyers. Now, part 3: Who can get a mortgage in Dubai? Mortgages are available for both residents and non-residents. If you live and work in Dubai and have a stable salary, you can usually borrow up to 80% of the property value. If you are a non-resident, the banks are more strict. The maximum is usually 50 to 60% loan to value. Banks also check your salary, your bank statements, and your credit history. For residents, minimum salary is usually 10 to 15,000 dirhams per month. For non-residents, you must show your steady income in your home country. So the first thing I always do for my clients is arrange a pre-approval. Without this step, the process is risky and slow. 4. Interest rates. In Dubai, there are two main types of mortgage rates: fixed rate and variable rate. A fixed rate is usually for 3 to 5 years. At the moment, the average is around 3.5 to 4.5%. After the fixed period ends, the mortgage switches to variable, and this is where many buyers get surprised. Variable rates in Dubai are linked to ABOR, the Emirates Interbank Offered Rate. This changes daily, so the bank takes ABOR and adds its margin. For example, ABOR at 1.25% plus a 2% margin. That gives you 3.25%. But if ABOR rises, your rate rises too. And after the fixed period ends, rates often jump to 5 or 6%. This is why it's important to understand the fine print, not just the first 3 years. Part 5: Fees and hidden costs. Mortgages in Dubai come with a lot of extra charges. Bank arrangement fee, usually 1% of the loan. Property valuation fee, 2,500 to 3,500 dirhams. Life insurance, mandatory, and it adds about 0.25 to 0.5% year. Early settlement fee or switch fee, 1% or capped at 10,000 dirhams. And remember, DLD fees and trustee fees still apply on top. So a client who bought they were paying 50,000 dirhams in extra cost in reality ended up paying 120,000 dirhams. This is why I always prepare a full breakdown for my buyers to avoid shocks at the last moment. Part 6, the process step by step. Number 1, pre-approval. This is the first step. You submit salary slips, bank statements, and ID documents. The bank tells you how much you can borrow. Number 2, property search. We choose a property that fits the loan to value rules. Number 3, valuation. The bank sends an independent valuer, and here's the big secret. If the bank values the property lower than the agreed price, you must pay the difference in cash. For example, if the seller wants 2 million dirhams but the bank valuation is 1.8 million, you must pay that 200,000 gap yourself. Number 4, final approval and offer letter. The bank issues a binding offer with terms and conditions. Number 5, transfer and registration. You sign at the trustee office. The mortgage is registered with the Dubai Land Department and you become the owner. The process sounds simple, but every step has its risks, and without experience, buyers often lose time and money. Part 7, strategies and pro tips. Always get pre-approval before searching for property. This avoids wasted deals. Always compare banks. Different banks have very different rates and margins. Consider refinancing after 2 or 3 years. Many investors save huge amount by switching at the right time. Sometimes a developer payment plan is better than a mortgage. For example, a 1090 or 1% monthly plan can beat a bank loan, but only if the developer is reliable. And finally, always check the rental yield. If the rent does not cover your monthly installment, the mortgage will become a burden instead of leverage. Closing. So now you know the full truth about mortgage in Dubai, how business owners and self-employed buyers can qualify, how under construction projects are financed, who can get a mortgage as a resident or non-resident, the real interest rates, the hidden fees, the process step by step, and the strategies that protect investors. Most agents avoid this topic because it sounds complicated, but I believe that every investor deserves clarity and protection. My clients trust me because I don't sell hype. I give them facts, the numbers, and the strategies that keep their money safe. If you are considering buying property in Dubai with a mortgage, reach out to me directly. I will guide you through the process and make sure you get the best deal possible. Thank you for watching.